Okay, making a phone call here at the Chain of Lakes Park, and they've got some beautiful taxidermy. If you can see it behind me. And what's interesting in the literature that we found out is, well, first, there's a place we want to visit called Coles Creek. All right, and that's an important part of our search. You can see how the grid or mesh of this literature kind of helps isolate it for us. And that's in Carline Lake, and that's part of the state of Illinois. The DNR, Department of Natural Resources, literature. All right, and the reason I'm showing that is because of the eastern manifestation of the taxi driver, in this case, me. Another interesting part of the literature here that we want to point out is the 2013-2015 Illinois Fishing Information Guide. And Homer Lake is once again part of the DNR conservation efforts. Champaign County and Clinton County, let's see, state of Illinois. So, and that's Guthrie Pond. Okay, so that's on the Savannah Plain. Very beautiful aspect of Illinois' nature. And then the third was something we want to point out here, how they're using this net, okay, in a display on page 7 of the Fishing Lake, Michigan. All right, and this net shows the trolley line, the net line, and that leads to a point which is near the lantern. Okay, and that's all part of the rays of light that converse at the focus point on the back of the macula of the eye. And that is a part of our science we want to point out to the kids in terms of a loop or mesh analysis method circuit. Okay, and that's part of a resistive network for the general. And let's see, let's pick up the camera real quick and show you what was happening here. In this display, you can see, you can hear the campfire going. Not really supposed to have fire, but there's, you got to cook with some kind of pressure or sound. And this is Prometheus, more or less, a storage citrine cell that's manifesting the IP, Internet Protocol, ARC. So what's interesting is, if you want to do a craft with the kids, it's as inexpensive as tinfoil, just molding the pot or the kettle, whatever you're cooking in, metaphorically. And you can even see here the citrine is reflecting, okay, as we cook. And the citrine is, of course, the birthstone of November, the pillars. Here's our ladle, nice reflective surface there. So mirror and muriel is really the essence of what we're trying to suggest. And here's the notes, okay, highly confidential. We're using this as our American cookbook, whereas in this literature, page 46 has the ham steaks, and next to it the New England boiled dinner. All right, so those look good. That looks like it's in some kind of kettle or Dutch oven. Okay, so essential, the Dutch oven. Once again, you could make your own Dutch oven. But look here, this is really what's important to see. And this is why we're looking for haddock and cod. Okay, now if you're understanding what Candlemas is all about, or Groundhog Day, which was yesterday, you'll understand that in a horse racing track, manifested here in a circle or sundial, whereas the shadow is cast in a certain direction based on the sun's meridian, the paddock track is manifested. So in this illustration, that shadow we've drawn to the west, okay, which basically is where shadows go. And that's serendipitous to the leaving, so to speak. And the cod is important because in linguistics, it's a doc manifestation. But really what you want to notice here is the recipe that Sandra Bullock's sister and I are putting together to compete with Giada de Laurentiis. And it deals with pig feet, okay, and also fish. Serendipitous relationship there of mathematical pi. Look at how P is the 16th letter in the alphabet and I is the 9th, and what that adds up to. And how the U, as in U or a U-boat or a smile, is the 21st letter in the alphabet. Hence the math of 2 pillars to 1 gate. Okay, and so the south mouth, Lorraine taught me that here in Spring Grove. She's a famous chef that's all about the yeast. But look back here at the hand and the ring. Now remember, Channel Lake State Park is called the chain. Okay, is in various manifestations of how a chain is used, like a Stevie Nicks song, things of that nature. But the ring would go on a finger, all right? And if you look at the vowel rotation, A, E, I, O, and U, well, pork gives you the O for the ring, circular, and that's the O is the 15th letter in the alphabet. So one hand, 5 fingers, assuming you still have your 5 fingers, and 1 finger, 1 ring upon that finger. And there's your O is the 15th letter in the alphabet. So O is the ring. So now if let's say you've left, well, that's a symbol. If you put your ring on your left finger, apparently you've left your singleness and got married. All right, hence the term Mar branch root or Mar C, or things of that Mar manifests. And also, if it's on your right hand, well, I certainly have no idea what that means, other than for the alchemist, R is the first letter in the alphabet, I is the 9th, and let's see, G is the ladle for the G7 conference, and H gives you an 8. Once again, the alchemist, the pattern of the particle collider for the nuclear family, and T is the cross, 2O. So 2O gives you the Poor Richard corridor manifested in the almanac, penned under the pseudonym of Poor Richard because of how the word poor and rich are scrambled together. What's interesting here is we've used Arabic in terms of manifesting part of our recipe, and I don't exactly recall what that is right now because I certainly don't know Arabic, but chances are that that's feet. And once again, look at how the tracks lay above that G symbol. Okay, so there's a couple of tracks above the G symbol. So that's interesting in terms of feet and how that's written. All right, it's getting a little long, 8:37, and it's going to be a long upload, so we're just going to keep cooking with Prometheus.